What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now this trade just kind of came out of nowhere last night. I woke up this morning around like 5:45. It's currently okay, I was looking at a screenshot. I was about to say it's still not 5:45 a.m. is it? But it's 6:55 in the morning right now. I'm trying to get this video out to you guys as early as possible. This trade is big for Philadelphia. Philadelphia had just acquired a big four potentially. So Tobias Harris, Boban Marjonovic, Mike Scott for Wilson Chandler, Landry Shamet, Mike Muscala, 2 first rounders, and there's actually 2 second rounds in the trade, but obviously I can't do that right now. So this is going to be huge for the 76ers. They're basically trying to compete in the East this year, which I love. I love this trade a lot. This makes a lot of sense. And yes, you do trade 2 first rounders, but one of them was Miami's pick. So not really, you're not trading your picks at all or anyway. But when you look at this rotation now, this should look good, guys. Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Corey Brewer, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, JJ Redick, Boban Marjonovic, TJ McConnell, and Markelle Fultz for Kormas. So I'm going to go ahead and fix something here real quick. I'm going to move Jimmy Butler to the 3 and then have Redick start the 2 guard, right? That makes a lot more sense. And the spacing on this floor is incredible. Ben Simmons obviously can't shoot in any threes. So, I mean, you really can't look for spacing from him. But JJ Redick does a great job with that. Jimmy Butler can shoot him. Tobias Harris can definitely shoot him. And Joel Embiid can definitely shoot him as well. So Boban, TJ McConnell, Markelle Fultz has yet to play this year. I'm probably going to actually just run a 9-man rotation. Let's do that. Let's do that. And I got to figure out what I want to do with Markelle Fultz as well. Because, man, this guy right now, obviously, I don't know. He's just having a lot of problems. I mean, not much else to it. So I'm going to go ahead and take Markelle Fultz out of the rotation just because he has not been playing this year. I don't know if he's going to return at all this year. If he does, best of luck to the Sixers when they do get him back, trying to implement him into the team. Obviously, he could come off the bench, no big deal. But guys, this is huge, and we're gonna go ahead and see how this team finishes out for the rest of the season and see how far they can go in the playoffs. And we're gonna build around this big four. We're gonna try to re-sign Jimmy Butler, re-sign Tobias Harris. This should be a good trade. And then obviously, you guys are seeing me on face cam for the first time in a while. So, yeah. I actually finally upgraded to, I got another Elgato. So, really happy about that. If you guys didn't know, I recorded videos on PlayStation 4 forever. And I'm hoping this ups my ante a little bit as far as content goes. So, hope you guys do appreciate that little gesture. But I'm going to go ahead and look at contract extensions real quick. McConnell will resign. Obviously, a nice piece of this team. I'm going to go ahead and resign him for 2 more years. And then Kormas. Probably won't worry about him too much, and Justin Patton is at the G League right now. So I will be right back, guys, and simulate to the end of the season and see how this team finishes out. We obviously made the playoffs, and we are currently the 5th seed, going up against the Indiana Pacers, which should be a pretty good matchup. I would love to see Indy and Philly match up together in the first round, but let's go ahead and look at the final player stats. Guys, this Tobias Harris trade really came out from nowhere. I mean, a lot of these players that are getting traded, we have just like no indication that they're getting traded at all. It just comes from out of nowhere, which is so exciting about the NBA, which is why the NBA is my favorite league, to be honest, because there's so much that goes on. Superstars are getting traded like crazy nowadays. It's just insane what is going on in today's NBA. But Joel Embiid, 25 points per game. Tobias Harris with 19 points. Jimmy Butler with 19 points. JJ Redick with 17, and Ben Simmons with 16. And guys, if you really think about it, Tobias Harris, if he would have been in the East all year and had the season that he's having now, probably would have been an all-star if you really think about it. I mean, there's just so many good players in the West, which is why he was snubbed. I did agree that he deserved to be an all-star. Really, I was looking forward to Marc Gasol getting traded to the Hornets last night because there was a rumor about that, discussions about that, and that's why Marc Gasol did not play yesterday because the Grizzlies were working on a trade. So look out for Marc Gasol to be traded, possibly by tomorrow's trade deadline. And then I forgot what I was wanting to look at. But the Clippers, I haven't really thought about how the Clippers get better with this trade. I mean, maybe they're just like, they get picks, obviously. That is always good. But they get Landry Shamet, who's a nice young player as well. They get Mike Muscala, who's probably not going to be there long term, possibly not. And then they get Wilson Chandler. Like I said, probably not going to be there. Tobias Harris was on a 1-year deal, so I could see them maybe being like, well, let's just get something for Tobias Harris now before he leaves us, because Tobias Harris did decline his contract extension that the Clippers initially offered him. So I could see why the Clippers would do the trade. Makes a lot of sense, but I'm going to go ahead. And then there was another trade that went down yesterday in the NBA. It was something small, but Obviously, not really updated right now. Didn't really worry about it. But Reggie Bullock has been traded to the Lakers for Svi Mykhailiuk and a pick. I don't know what pick it was, but also another trade that happened yesterday. And I'm expecting more to happen today and probably up till tomorrow's trade deadline. So, will Anthony Davis be traded? That's another discussion for a whole nother video. But I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited about this year's trade deadline, though. It's really fun. Shaping to be really fun. Last year's, I think, was pretty good, if I remember correctly. But, I mean, no. Last year's when Cleveland went crazy and traded, like, half their roster. That was insane. But we did beat Indiana in the first round, which is cool. Now we got to go up to this Toronto Raptors in the second round. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat them. We're down 2-0 to Toronto. But this is what Philly traded for Tobias Harris for. They wanted to match up well against the Raptors, against the Bucks, against the Celtics. They want to match up well against these other East contenders. And obviously here we did not do a great job. But we didn't have that great of a bench. So I'm not too worried about it. We're going to go in the offseason, fix a bunch of things, and we should be all good, man. We should be all good. So Raptors and Thunder in the finals. Thunder are going to win in 7 games. Yes, they do. So Oklahoma City Thunder win in 7 games. As you guys can tell, I have a Paul George jersey behind me. I'm a big Thunder. I would say the Thunder are probably my second favorite team. I know that's weird because I'm a Portland fan and they're in my division, but I live so close to OKC that, like, it's just so fun to go watch them sometimes. And I always go up there when Portland plays. Unfortunately, though, I won't be able to go to February's game. I think that's like next Monday or something. Next Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. I have school, so really can't be skipping classes for a game, honestly. So it kind of sucks. But obviously, we do not have our pick. We just traded it. Or no, we didn't. We didn't trade this year's pick, I don't think, right? Philadelphia. Yeah, we have the 24th pick, so that's good. Staff signing Brett Brown. Do like him as a head coach. I think he's done a great job. And I think Philly has maybe just completed the process. I mean, obviously, the completion of the process would be winning a championship, but whoa, look at all the picks we have. I mean, it's just a lot of second rounders, but still, pretty good. So, any bad contracts? Don't really see any bad contract. Fultz, Ben Simmons, Bear Smith, Jonah Bolden. Yeah, no terrible contracts at all. Do we just want to, like, see what we can get for these? I don't really have any use of going to draft anybody. We can get Chandler Parsons, who has yet to play a game, I think, for the Grizzlies this year. I don't think he has at all. And I don't know if he's hurt. I just don't think the Grizzlies want to play him. I'm going to go ahead and just draft, I guess. I'll jump in here and get the 24th pick. Why do I feel like something is on my face? Something on my face? I feel like something is, like, tickling me. Not tickling me necessarily, but something is, like, bothering me on my face. Whatever. Daniel Gafford, going to go ahead and just draft him real quick. And then I'll send him to the end. And then hopefully he can become maybe... Whoa, Zion slipped to number 4. Went to the Cavaliers, the Bulls, Celtics, and the Hawks all pass on Zion. Interesting. Okay, rookie signing. Gafford, we're going to get him. Sign Daniel Gafford real quick. Player options. Jimmy Butler declines, obviously, his player option. I mean, he can make a lot more money, so it makes sense. And then now we got to worry about resigning Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, while trying to sign a bunch of bench players, which that should be fun, right? Okay, negative $43 million in cap space. I'm going to go ahead and renounce a lot of these guys. Corey Brewer, Amir Johnson, Mike Scott, JJ Redick, obviously another guy we could look to resign. But Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler are the big ones I want to get. So let's go ahead and see if we can get those guys back real quick. Honestly, this is like a Tobias Harris 76ers rebuild, so it'll be kind of a failure if I did not get him back. He's coming back regardless, though. Jimmy Butler, another story. Hopefully we can get him back as well. Definitely want him back. Get the 5-year, $150 million deal. Then JJ Redick. I don't have the bird rights on him. Let's get JJ Redick back for 1 more year. Sign all 3 of them, hopefully. And then we can focus on some bench players. Hopefully we get all 3 of these guys. Okay, we do. So we get our starting 5 back, basically. Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, TJ McConnell, JJ Redick, Zaire Smith. So Markelle Fultz or TJ McConnell could play this other backup guard spot. I'll move TJ McConnell there, I guess. Although they are both pretty short to play shooting guard, but whatever. Redick actually is only 6'4", so Fultz could play it, but unless if his 3-point shot gets better, I'm not playing him the shooting guard. I mean, Roberson plays a shooting guard, though, so I guess that doesn't really matter. But Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Daniel Gafford. So how much money do we have left? Probably negative, right? Negative $4.8 million in cap space. So hopefully we can use some money to sign some bench players. Really would like some decent ones. Trey Burke, Quinn Cook. Actually, we don't need guards. What do we need? We have a bunch of guards, so we don't really necessarily need guards. We need backup forwards, backup centers. So backup forwards, Carmelo. I mean, there was a bunch of rumors about 76ers getting Carmelo eventually, but I don't think I'm interested in that. Wilson Chandler could bring him back. Nick Young. Let's try for Carmelo. Why not? Who says no? Carmelo Anthony. Let's get Carmelo. Why not, right? Carmelo, welcome to the 76ers. Power forwards. David West, Mike Scott was decent. And not Tyler Canova. Aminu, always, I always find myself getting Aminu, but he's always such a good signing, in my opinion. Centers, we can bring Nerlens Noel back. You want to redeem yourself in the process? No, he's like, I ain't coming back to that city. Never am I coming back to that city. Rashawn Holmes, Zubac, Boban, Thomas Bryant, Zeller. I get Zeller for 1 year, I guess. That way we have a better bench than we did last year. So Minu, always find myself getting a Minu, but like I said, he's cheap and he's pretty decent. So love that about Al-Farouq Aminu. So guys, I think that's how the rotation is going to look this year. Carmelo hopefully doesn't go down too much. Carmelo actually stays the same, 76 overall. So he's going to be coming off the bench. Be interesting to see how he does coming off the bench for the 76ers. I don't know. I've never signed Carmelo Anthony at all. Like, I think I don't know how long this game has been out, but ever since I've done rebuilds on NBA 2K19, I don't think I've signed Carmelo Anthony once. So this should be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of next year, and let's see how this team finishes out. Series. So we should see, we'll just have to see how it goes. But here are the player stats for the season. We got 20 points for Joel Embiid, 18 points for Ben Simmons, almost averaging a triple-double low-key, 18, 10, and 9, basically. Jimmy Butler was 17.5 points per game. Tobias Harris was 16 points per game. JJ Redick with 12. Markelle Fultz with 8. McConnell with 7. Melo with 6.5. So Melo probably won't be back on this team. Zeller, 4 points. So, yeah. But other than that, let's go ahead and see if we can beat Cleveland in the first round, who are looking like this nowadays. Kevin Love, Zion, Tristan Thompson, Larry Nance, Clarkson, John Henson, Colin Sexton, Jeremy Lin, and Jawan Evans. We should be able to beat them, right? Right? Let's go ahead and see if we can do it. So, simulate current round. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat Cleveland in the first round. They do win game 1. They win game 3 as well. We win game 4. Can we go up game 3-2? 3-3? And we win in 7 games. That was nerve-wracking because we have another chance at Toronto. We were not able to beat them last year. But hopefully we can beat them this year. So, game 7, closing game. Kevin Love went off on us. 31 points. And then Tobias Harris had 28, so leading the way. Like I said, Tobias Harris should be a good addition to the 76ers, man. That guy literally, I think, hit the game winner yesterday, and now he's on a totally different team. Just crazy how things work out in the NBA. I think in the long term, the Clippers basically, I can't wait to watch other YouTubers break down this trade, but like I said, the Clippers basically got picks, and now they don't have to worry about resigning Tobias Harris, I guess. So, we're up 2-1 on Toronto. Let's please beat Toronto this time. We're up 3-2. Let's beat them in 6 games. We do. We are on to the Eastern Conference Finals, facing the Indiana Pacers, who are the first seed in the Eastern Conference. So what are the Pacers looking like that they are the first seed in the East? They are looking like this. Kyrie Irving and Oladipo. That is a nasty backcourt. I'm not going to lie. That is a nasty backcourt. So Kyrie Irving and Oladipo, very interesting. And then other than that, I guess if Sabonis and Miles Turner, but everyone else on the roster is just kind of decent at best. So hopefully we can take advantage of having a big 4 over there. Big 4, because their big 4 consists of 2 centers basically, and ours consists of a bunch of spacing shooters. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat Indiana in the first round. This would be a huge upset. 6th seed upsetting the 1st seed. Are we going to sweep them? We do. We are on to the Western Conference Finals facing the Lakers. Guys, I got to talk about the Lakers for a second, because speaking of the Pacers and the Lakers, that game yesterday, the Pacers fans were ruthless against the Lakers. I mean, they were chanting at Brandon Ingram, LeBron's going to trade you. And then JaVale McGee at the free throw line. They said not worth being traded. Man, Lakers, I think the Lakers got to hope they do end up trading for Anthony Davis at this point, because this is going to be like, I don't know. Imagine if you were Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, or Kyle Kuzma, or any of those guys. You play out the rest of the season with the Lakers knowing, these guys were trying to, aggressively trade me at the trade deadline. I mean, obviously they know it's business, but that's got to affect you a little bit, wouldn't you think? I mean, obviously it's like, yeah, they were just trying to trade me, and now I'm stuck on this team for the rest of the year or whatever. And it's interesting to think about. I mean, it might ruin their chemistry here a little bit, just because that is such a big topic. I don't know. I could be wrong, but let me know what you guys think about the whole subject. So, Lakers up 1-0. We evened it up 2-1, 3-1, and we win a championship. Let's freaking go, guys. I'm excited. The 76ers just won a championship with their addition of Tobias Harris on the roster. So, let's try to see if we can do it again. Obviously, going to try to resign basically everybody. Let's see how Melo did in those play. Okay, I guess it came. So I kind of failed there. If I say Melo probably dropped like 20 points in one of those games or something. I mean, because he's I mean, obviously he didn't play in the playoffs too much because he was with New York most of his career. But you know, he's got some playoff experience. But going into the offseason, obviously, I'm just gonna try to resign probably everybody, and then well, maybe I'll probably make a few more additions other than Tyler Zeller or whatever. But we're gonna see if we can win a championship for the second time in this last upcoming season. So for this last season, Ben Simmons does make it on the All-NBA third team, as well as Joel Embiid does as well. So all defensive first team, nobody from the Sixers, I don't think. And we are the first seed in the Eastern Conference. We have to face Cleveland, then we have to face Toronto or Atlanta, and then we're gonna have to, obviously we could face either one of these four teams. I don't know, I'm going over it, but let's go ahead and check out the final player stats for the season. We have Joel Embiid at 23 points per game. Jimmy Butler with about 19. Ben Simmons 8 and 8, 17, 8 and 8. Tobias Harris with about 15 points per game. Daniel Gafford, our draft pick, sent him to the G League. Now he is averaging 12 points. Markel Fultz with 10 points. JJ Redick with 9. TJ McConnell with 7.5. And Al-Farouq Aminu with 3 points. All right, so going to see if we're going to beat Cleveland in the first round. We very well should be able to. If not, there is a problem. So up 2-0. 3-1? No, 2-2. So Cleveland is even up. Okay, 3-3. We just look. Man, this always happens to me. So I guess we at least won one championship in the video. But guys, let me know what you guys' overall thoughts of the trade. This is definitely an interesting one. We got Philadelphia, we got Clippers in this trade making some moves. Los Angeles Clippers basically, to me, are just getting ready for free agency and not like you know what, Tobias Harris, we don't even have to worry about you. We don't want to have to worry about re-signing you. And Cleveland, Orlando, and Houston. Battle of the teams who used to have Dwight Howard, and the Rockets win the championship. James Harden averaging 35 points per game in that final series. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely leave a like if you did enjoy the video. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.